there I was, South Philadelphia, eye to eye with a taxidermied deer head in some man's dining room. I met him on a dating app, mostly swiping for the ever-elusive combination of muscles and brains. A man who will fuck you and still think you're human afterwards. Right now, Mr. Ray is in the kitchen, fixing us Moscow mules.
He texted me earlier saying he'd have dinner ready, so I bet he's in there finishing up.
Sure hope he isn't roofing it. My hair is done, every orifice waxed, lips poised in the perfect doll-like pucker. This is the second date I've been on this month, and it landed me smack in the middle of this guy's dining room, which I know I shouldn't, but a girl's gotta live on the edge. As he puts him down, he tells me, I added a little extra ginger to it. I hope you like it. Smirking. It's unintelligible innuendo, but I can make out the gesture, and so I laugh. He's wearing his best button down, the kind I would call an interview shirt. His mother definitely picked it out. I imagine that painful trip to Macy's. Him tucking his hulking, overgrown body behind her, her asking the sales associate where the formal suits are, clucking at the inflated prices, letting everybody know they couldn't afford all of it. And I can see this all in his face, every shred of shame embedded into his pores, every deep, wavering breath in front of the mirror. I see the hours he spent lying in bed daydreaming about a faraway future. I can tell he thinks I'm beautiful, the way one looks at a new car. His eyes drag across my face, prowling along the edges like a hopeful and hungry cat. I want to pet him between the ears, but his pupils dilate slightly. He's stalking. This is a far better spread than I expected. I'm shocked. It's been neatly arranged in a loud orange plate, cushioned with steamed broccoli and mashed potatoes. Just about the shrimpiest steak you've ever seen is sitting in front of me. He added fiber. My text about dietary fiber limiting the potency of sugar must have made an impact. Thank you. Really, I'm charmed.
Gotta have the best for my lady.
I laugh, filling the empty, expectant space with little lovable lady giggles. I take a bite of the delectable carcass, paying extra attention to the chewy sinew. I let flavor and life force flood my tongue, the cartilaginous tissue that gave the animal movement crunches between my teeth. I glance up at the deer, glass eyes unmoving. Listen, I'm stalling, I know. Thinking of someone to ask him. Around a week ago, a friend of mine told me that I should ask more questions. He said, Penny Lattice, you're thinking too much of yourself. You need to be curious about other people. But I can't just ask anything. I have to have a curated question, something revealing and demonstrative of my values. I want to blurt out every single thing I've ever known to be true and see if he agrees. I want to explode my secrets like confetti and organize them on a table. I want to talk to a brick wall. So what do you do for work?
Jinx.
You first. I'm a climate specialist for the EPA. Basically, it means I get to track the extreme weather on local ecosystems. It's nothing crazy, just mostly bookkeeping, really. Unsurprisingly, being a climate scientist is a divisive role. One would think that people would just go, oh nice, science, but it's always a debate. And just like that, things change. The air grows flaccid, any crispness lost. I decide to rev my engine, I gotta. I invite him to speak his piece, to critique. I tell he's gonna say something that he thinks will upset me. He's got a hot take for the ages. He begins with, well, no criticism to you. And I'll admit I'd clock out for a few skips. I let him prattle on for a minute about individual versus corporate environmental impact, telling me just how fruitless it is to recycle and thrift because of guys like Jeff Bezos. I'm still clocked out. This is information that he must know I know. Obviously, of the two of us, I'm the expert on environmental impact. But I almost forgot. This is a man. This is what they do. I clock back in right around where he asked me how I like my steak. I flash back to the fatty marbling, the seared crust basted in an herby butter. Perfect medium rare. He clearly put a lot of effort into this meal, and so I tell him, I can tell you put a lot of work into it. I really appreciate it. Must be really bad, huh? No, it's wonderful. Really, it's good. Then he says just about the most insane thing he possibly could. Well, I'm glad you like it. It'd be pretty pitiful if a carnivore influencer couldn't make a decent steak. And when I tell you that creaks out of me sounds like a wet fart, and I spend the next few seconds trying to keep the stench from wrinkling my nose. Carnivore influencer clips are something I send to my friends as jokes when I'm high. It's all beefcake men holding up raw steaks, egg yolks, butter, and bull testicles. Man's primal urge for animal-based protein. The words natural and God-given smack against my skull like a fucking ping pong ball. I'm suddenly in slutty pilgrim garb, bent over in hunter-gatherer roleplay. I'm roasting on a spit with an apple between my lips. Starts like this. Hi, I'm a carnivore influencer. Next, it's the alt-right pipeline. I cannot believe I'm here, in this man's house, eating this steak, missing a Saturday yoga class. I should leave, right? This is the kind of thing that people leave about, right? And finally, I laugh. I have to. His face suddenly goes a bit green and something unnatural crosses him. He shakes it off quick enough, but I can tell that something bothered him about my laugh. It might have been the undertone. I could have given myself away. Could he tell that his profession took him out of a second date? Store-bought cupcakes. Just the amount of effort you can put into a woman you've decided won't fuck you. His fingers touch mine as he hands it over. Well, did you wash your hands? You look so nervous. And here I am, looking up into those glassy eyes.